is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC Legends video. I'm back. I am back. Haven't put out a video in a couple of days, and it's funny how a couple of days can seem like a really, really long time. But I'm back. Everything's cool. And July is here with Steel and Eradicator. Now, I'm surprised July is here because they didn't tell us July was here until like the day before July, but it is what it is. And actually, this is a sneak tip. This kind of reminds me of growing up as a teenager. There was always this saying, I don't know if you guys know it, but it was like, don't get grounded for being 15 minutes past curfew, be grounded for 3 hours past curfew. And right now, the way I feel about how long they took to put out this announcement, at first I was irritated. Like, it used to come out all the time, like on the 20th to the 22nd. A couple years ago, that's when they used to do it. Then it got just like later and later and later until it was like the 25th, 26th. And now it's literally the day before. So like around the 24th, the 25th, I was irritated. And then genuinely like the last 2 days, I was like legit worried about Reeves and legit like, okay, did something really happen? Is everybody okay? Did somebody get sick? Like, what's going on? But thankfully, supposedly, everything went well and it was just a delay. I don't know. Maybe they're fixing bugs or something. Who knows? But in any case, we have Steel and Eradicator. Another quick tip. Usually I try not to read these before and just kind of react naturally to it. So straight up, I read this all last night because I was just like all of you guys. I was just like waiting for it to come out and it didn't come out and it didn't come out. Then when it came out, I just like read through it. So what I'm going to do now is go over it. The pluses and minuses that I see already. I haven't fully digested it the way that I would like to, but hopefully, I don't do that on the first read usually anyway. So hopefully the second read will be what's up. So anyway, July is almost here. No, July's here. Okay. And they have Eradicator, the last son of Krypton, and Steel, John Henry Irons, one of my favorite Supermen, reworked General Zod, Kryptonian Warmonger, and Ultraman. About time he got a rework. He needed a rework the day he was released. Are alive in the game now. I actually want to go through their new kits and award their points. I think I have both Ultraman and General Zod L4, so we'll see. But in any case, maybe I'll do that as the next video. Nah. We'll see. All right. Anyway, so Eradicate. The login hero for July is Steel. Thank you. And I've already seen where like, and I'm not going to pick up the phone and do it. I've already seen where I think the normal skin is his original one, like the first one where he has like the steel and the red cape. I don't care if I go legendary. I'm spending the extra gems just to keep it because this suit right here, I'm not a fan of. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't like it. I want the original one, so I'm spending that 1,000 gems just to make sure I have it. Anyway, so Eradicator, the last son of Superman, the last son of Superman. Right. The last son of Krypton. The Eradicator is a weapon programmed to protect its home world of Krypton and its culture at all costs, but when it's brought to Earth, it attempts to transform this world into its own and turn Superman himself into a true Kryptonian. Now, superpowers. Eradicator protocol. Special damage to a single enemy. Attack twice if Eradicator is buffed. So, and he ignores awareness. I mean, with the way things go in the meta now in terms of PvP, he's going to be buffed. So he's going to attack twice. I would love to know how hard that hits. Destruction protocol. Special damage to all enemies. Remove all buffs from the main target. Legendary, 50% chance to gain death immunity. Okay. Free fall. Heavy. That could be a really bad joke I could make. I'm not gonna. Heavy special damage to a single enemy. That can't miss. If the target dies, gain 2 permanent int ups. Remove all legendary point. Remove all positive immunities from the target. Okay. Protection protocol. If a teammate received damage, 75% chance for Eradicator to gain 2 stamina ups. Very Barda of him. Very selfish version of Barda there. And the teammate gain 2 stamina ups. Legendary. Also apply 25% shield on the teammate. Like 25% shield is more impressive to me than the 2 stamina ups, but you know, it is what it is. Attacker Protocol. If Eradicator deals damage, gain 3 int ups. So he's basically gonna be buffed all the time. That's a very well, no, because Darkseid does it on his A1 only in terms of gaining int ups. He does it for whenever he's attacking. Legendary point special damage plus 30% on all attacks. I mean, I'm assuming he just cracks skulls and hits hard because his kit, it doesn't read as like incredible. I'm not saying it's bad. It just seems very middle of the road, I guess. It doesn't seem like it's not world changing, it's not life altering, but it seems cool. I won't say cool. It seems serviceable, but I'm guessing he just hits hard as hell because there isn't anything there that really makes me think like, oh, I can use him here, or oh, I've been struggling through this situation, let me do this. It just seems like he might just be a special damage heavy hitter, which I have to say Starfire is filling that role very well. So now we have Steel. John Henry Irons firmly believes Superman's protection is what brings hope to Earth. When the superhero falls to doomsday, he takes matters into his own hands and builds himself an armor. See, I usually make fun of them for making like spelling mistakes and stuff, and look at me reading. That's not even the same letter at the beginning. Anyway, builds himself an armor capable of emulating the Kryptonian's powers. Now, momentum. Damage to a single enemy. Gain 40% shield. Apply 15% shield on random ally. I would love if that was like 15% shield on all allies, but then that might be a little bit broken. Hammer time. I know he came out in the early 90s, but you don't need the blatant MC Hammer reference here. Light damage to all enemies. Also apply buff immunity. Light damage and also apply buff immunity. I'm guessing that's to all enemies. 75% chance to apply 3 crit chance ups to all allies. Okay, so those who deal well with crit damage, you would go ahead and put him in with them. Okay, all right. True Man of Steel. Heavy damage and apply stun to a single enemy. Now, also legendary. Also gain critical immunity 3 turns and apply it on a random ally. So you gain crit immunity and you apply crit immunity to an ally. I mean, okay. Again, this is reading, like his A1 seems pretty cool-ish, but the rest of it, like it's not really reading like it's, the buff immunity, I do like applying that to the entire team. Very Star Sapphire, very farmable tune. 75% chance to apply crit chance ups, which is okay. Understudy. At the end of the enemy's turn, if that enemy is stunned, apply taunt and buff immunity on them. I'm not a big fan of that. And the reason why is because it seems like it's almost a disadvantage. I don't want to put either I'm going to put him in a stun comp where everyone's stunning, or I'm not going to use him because in certain situations when you stun, the idea behind the stun is I'm going to deal with it for me. I don't want you to hit me, but also I can now deal with you later and get on to the others. Now, for Azrael, for example, when you're dealing with Azrael, you stun him and then try to take him out as fast as possible because you don't want that stun to fall off, right? But for others, you may stun them so that you can get to other tunes in the meantime, or at minimum, depending on where you are in the game, you're like, okay, well, I don't know what decision to make. You know what? Let me worry about this guy here because this one's stunned and I can deal with them later and come back here. If you're giving them the taunt, then you're forced to focus on them. And I don't like not having that option. You know what I mean? I want to be able to choose that for myself, who I focus on in those terms. Unless the entire team is stunned and then all of them get taunt, but then it doesn't matter if all of them are getting taunt. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess if you were to stun like Azrael and then it puts a taunt on him after he's been stunned, great. But if that was necessary, that means that, and this is still, yeah, at the end of enemy's turn. So the way I usually deal with Azrael is I take Arcus, I give him True Sight, and then you can get Azrael behind the Taunters. So if I already have the tune with True Sight, then I don't need the taunt to be placed on the person who's being stunned, or Azrael in that situation specifically. So that's a really weird ability. I'm not a fan of that at all whatsoever. Legendary, as you can tell, as I've read through all of the other abilities for both of these, like super fast, and now I'm stuck on this. I don't like it. Legendary. Tell me. I mean, am I missing something? Because there was something that I missed with the Jericho. I will say that there was something I missed with the Jericho with him giving taunt to those who attack, which means that it makes it so that others can't hide. It's a niche ability. But I was watching 2D-tron's video, awesome video. And if you're not following 2D-tron or subscribe to his channel, what the hell are you doing on my channel? He's got it on lock. So subscribe to his channel. But yeah, there is a use for that. For this one, I'm having a hard time seeing the positive use outside of Azrael. And if he's hiding behind a taunter anyway, I mean, maybe if you're running it on auto, but then you still have to direct it. You still have to make sure that tune is stunned. Anyway, okay, sorry. If Steel is attacked while he has no shield, counter using momentum, which will then give him 40% shield and then 50% shield to a random ally. Hope. At the end of his turn, gain taunt. Legendary 50% chance to stun a random enemy at the beginning of the battle. His kit is also very. I mean, I went down here and checked out his HP, and he looks like one of those meaty taunters. Like he's having an HP pool very similar to Clayface, Grundy, Barda, the ones that I've been working on recently for my like beefy taunter compositions. I mean, he has that same level of HP, so I guess he will be a reliable taunter. And at the end of his turn, he's always gaining taunt, so that's nice. I'm not too terribly impressed with his kit. A lot of this will then depend on how hard he hits. So, in any case, yeah. Not too terribly impressed, but not bad either. Not bad either. All right, so now here we go. General Zod. Free from the Phantom Zone. Da-da-da-da, I'm not reading all that. Heat Vision Strike. Special damage to an enemy. Legendary. If Zod deals with a critical hit. Deals a critical hit. Apply 1 heal immunity and deal additional 30% true damage. I mean, if they survive after being hit like that. Now, where was the other where it is? Let's see. Special damage to an enemy, legendary, deal critical hit, and yeah, okay. So that he doesn't want the crit immunity on him, not necessarily. I wonder also, I'm getting ahead of myself. Kneel before Zod. Gain 5 int ups and 4 crit chance ups and 75% turn meter. Also 75% chance to apply 2 crit chance ups to random teammates. Okay? Legendary, gain 25% shield. I mean, gaining all those int ups is awesome. Especially since, well, yeah. Gaining all those int ups are awesome. He's buffing himself, so of course everybody knows you run him with Lex. And he's special damage as well. So heavy special damage, freeze breath. Heavy special damage to an enemy. Apply 5 int downs, which I do like. Always apply 5 int downs. Legendary, cooldown -1 for all of Zod's abilities if the enemy is killed. I mean, last time I checked, before the rework, this ability hit really, really hard. So I'm assuming they beefed it up to hit a little bit harder, and it'll probably lay out whoever it's touching in terms of like physicals and energy. Warmonger, at the start of every Zod's turn, apply 2 crit chance ups to all allies. Can't miss on all attacks. For those of you out there who missed Terra for some reason, or Starfire for some reason, this is the first legendary ability you need to take. Can't miss on all attacks. All right, next, if a teammate deals a critical hit, 75% chance for Zod to gain death immunity. Okay, 50% chance to call assist from a random teammate if Zod deals critical damage. So if I have someone who deals a critical hit, then Zod will gain crit immunity, and then he has a 50% chance to call from a random teammate if that was critical damage. Or wait. There's 50% chance to call assist from a random teammate if Zod deals critical damage. Is that on any of his abilities? If he does critical damage on any of his abilities, does that mean that he's going to have a 50% chance to call assist? If that's the case, that's pretty awesome. All right, so I think his kit, again, good. I think it's probably better than the 2 I've read before, but not by a lot. And if you told me that you thought one of the other ones were better, I honestly really wouldn't argue with you. Now, Ultraman. see what they do here. I read his kit through one time before, and it seemed promising. However, the first time Ultraman came out, his kit seemed promising, and I was wrong. So, Ultra Strength. Special damage to an enemy. If Ultraman is debuffed, transfer 5 debuffs to target. Otherwise, 50% extra damage. I really do like that. I like the transferring of the buffs. Legendary. If Ultraman is still debuffed, transfer 3 debuffs to target. Otherwise, apply 5 crit damage down. Okay. All right. Kryptonite Recharge. Gain Taunt for 2 turns, 3 Intelligence ups for 2 turns, 4 Stamina ups for 2 turns, and 4 mids. So this is actually making him really tanky. I think it's a good thing for a taunter. He'll also gain an overheal if Ultraman's HP is over 50%. Apply a something overheal on a random ally. Okay, so it's over 50%, then he's going to also apply. I don't know if it's also or if it's just it's not going to apply to him, just to someone else. Ultra Vision. Special damage to an enemy. Purge 3 random buffs from a random enemy. Purge 3 random buffs from a random enemy. Legendary. 25% chance per enemy alive to apply buff immunity to all enemies. Okay. I mean, not bad again. It's kind of weird. I don't like the fact that it's relying on how many enemies are alive before they apply the buff immunity. I have plenty of AoE buff immunity characters, including one that you've already put in this month's tunes. So, Sadistic Delight. When an enemy dies, reset cooldown of Kryptonite Recharge. Legendary also gained 3 mins. Use Kryptonite Recharge at the start of the battle. So that means he's a 0-turn taunter now, which ain't bad. If a teammate, and honestly, the way I read his kit right now, the one that I'm most interested in trying is Zod. And I think what I'm going to do is, or not Zod, Ultraman. And I think what I'm going to do is after this video, I'm just going to go ahead, assign his legendary points, and then figure out and then play with him in PvP. I think that's it. Next is Corruption Transfer. If a teammate is debuffed at the end of their turn, 25% chance to transfer 4 debuffs to a random enemy. Transfer 2 extra debuffs to a random enemy if a teammate is a villain. Okay? So that teammate, if a teammate is a villain or the teammate that's debuffed, that's another question. Legendary. When Corruption Transfer activates, Ultraman uses Ultra Strength on a random enemy if a teammate is a villain. That'll give him... Okay, so, I think of all these kits so far, again, they're all so middle of the road. I mean, I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not angry about it, but I'm also not like, wow, this is incredible. So anyway, let's go down to the events, which maybe I should be excited about, but one of them I'm definitely not. Impulse. I need Impulse because I want to go ahead and take him L4. Happy to see that event there. Ultraman, you have General Zod, and you have Blackfire. Blackfire, I did a terrible job in Siege this month or last month. So I only have her L2, and it's going to be a while before she's L3. So I really need to. I've been slacking on Siege for the last 3 or 4 months. I really need to get back on it. The Showdown is both rewarding Doomsday the Ultimate, which maybe give him a rework. The board clear is Lex Assault Warsuit, which he is... Assault Warsuit is useful in the early to mid game, so if you're still early to mid game, go for it. I think Doomsday is still even useful in mid game to some degree, like early mid game kind of. But these showdowns aren't exactly... They're not wowing me, put it that way. So then we have the 2 blitzes. We have the female blitz, mystical blitz. For the female blitz, I hope to God you guys have Starfire and Terra, because if not, you're going to have a hard time. Then the Siege tournament, that is Eradicator. Let's see the Siege tunes. Not a whole great selection there. All right, so now we have the 10-day event, that is the John Steele. Then you have the 6-day challenge, which is Starfire, which I bought one of those packs in the gyms. Another do as I say, not as I do moment. I usually don't do that stuff of getting those packs, but I got it because I really wanted to be able to take Starfire L4, bind the pack, and where I finish the PvP, put me at L4 with her. and she is a beast. There was this guy who I just read about a way to beat the Darkseid, Barda, Terra, Azrael composition that everybody's having trouble with. There was a guy on Reddit who put a team up about how to beat it, and I've used that, and I'm going to do a video on it and give him full credit. I don't have his name, that's why I don't want to really like give how everything works, but him full credit. He was incredible at, like, this team is incredible. It only works in certain situations, so you can't do it, but it just nukes everything. All right, so 6-day event with Starfire. I'm okay with that. I think I have enough frags for Terra to go L5. Not sure, but maybe. And then, and I hate when they do this. It's the same thing. Why are you giving us Solomon Grundy? Like, why? He's so farmable that it does not make any damn sense for him to have his own event, right? Can't you farm him in Red Alerts, or am I crazy? Am I the one that's crazy? All right. So then you have the team challenge, which is Eclipso. Eclipso is just the better version of Harley Quinn, the better version Mystic of Harley Quinn before Harley Quinn's most recent rework. They were like damn near clones. And Harley Quinn before a rework wasn't exactly bad. She was pretty good. Eclipso is pretty incredible. You see, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen me put him in evasion and hit chance down on comps. I think he's really good. So on all of those, and even the Solomon Grundy, when I complain about that stuff, just to be clear, do these events, collect the frags, especially mid-game and early game. You'll progress faster. I just feel as though like these events should be saved for tunes that are not farmable. That's just my view. So then we go down some more, and then this is the skin for Zod, which I don't know what to do with that. I don't like it. And then this is the skin for Deathstroke. I want this skin, but also at the same time, I don't use Deathstroke that much, but I would totally buy that skin from the shop if it's like 1,000 gems or something. I'm not about to spend a whole bunch of money on this skin for a character I barely even use. So, in any case, and then the Zatanna, Bombshell, and the Donna Troy post-crisis. So, in any case, those are my feelings. It's all very blah. It's not like I really want to try out Ultraman because I think that there might be some potential there, but I'm not wowed by anything on this list. General Zod seems okay. Eradicator seems okay. Unless Eradicator just like lays down everybody and just hits so hard. And then, or that was Steel actually. And then with Steel, he's okay. All of them are okay at best. There was nothing that made me rage against it like with the Jericho thing, but they're all okay at best. So I'm curious to see how they perform. Really curious. But in any case, I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Raid Shadow Legends videos every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe. Hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Thank you guys for watching all the way through, and I'll see you next time.